Okay, so we'll take a look at this last example now. And we see that Jessica's chocolate cupcake factory has 2 workers. Jessica takes T minutes to fill a case, and Melissa takes T plus 10 minutes to fill a case. And working together, the 2 of them can fill a case in 15 minutes. So we want to find out how long each worker takes to fill the case. So what we're given for Jessica Jessica takes T minutes to fill a case. Okay. Now we're basically looking to see how fast these employees work. So if we look at like the speed, so how fast they work, the speed at which they work. Speed, you can look at speed of a vehicle or speed of some sort of thing with the distance, speed, time triangle. Speed, usually given by a v, in physics anyways. In this triangle, speed is distance divided by time. So speed is actually the task, if we're looking at it in this case, task per time. But what we're given is we're given the time over the task. So what we need to do is we need to flip this around so we convert it into a speed. So we're going to look at, we're going to change this to 1 over t cases per minute. Okay, so we're just taking the reciprocal of that. And if we take the reciprocal of all of these things, so same thing with Melissa, we know that she takes t plus 10 minutes per case. If we change that into a speed, we've got the parts of a case per minute, and so she's got 1 over t plus 10 cases per minute. Okay, and that's each of those is if they work on their own. And together, we know it's 15 minutes per case. That it takes them to fill a case. And changing that into speed, we've got 1 over 15 cases per minute. Okay, now that we're all in the speeds, we can say that the speed at which Jessica works plus the speed at which Melissa works will equal the speed that they work together. Okay, so now that we've got that, we can state that the speed that Jessica works plus the speed that Melissa works equals the speed that they work together. And this is, of course, in terms of cases per minute, or cases over time. And it is in terms of minutes, so we can assume that it is minutes that we're dealing with. Okay, so now it's just a matter of rearranging this and solving for t. So that was the tricky part, getting this equation. Once we have that, now we just have to get the common denominator and start rearranging this and solving. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, could you please now pause the video and work this out yourself. Get a common denominator and work through this, solve for t, and then you can substitute the values of t back in, and you can figure out how long it takes Jessica to fill a case and how long it'll take Melissa to fill a case. Okay, and then you can come back and check the solution here. Okay, so pause the video now, please, and work through this, and we'll check back with you in a couple minutes. Okay, so as I look through this, I've got the t in the denominator, and then the t plus 10, and then 15. If I multiply everything by 15t times t plus 10. That's the common, the lowest common denominator. So if I multiply everything by that, then I can simplify each of these terms and get rid of the denominator in each of these. So if I multiply this first term by 15t times t plus 10, I'm going to end up getting 15 quantity t plus 10. Then I multiply this by the second term. The t plus 10s cancel, so I'm just left with 15t. And then here, the 15s will cancel, so I'm just left with t quantity t plus 10. And I'm just going to expand all this out and simplify. So I have 15t plus 150 plus 15t equals t squared plus 10t. And then I'll try to get all the terms to one side and get it equal to 0, so that ends up giving me, after a couple steps, t squared minus 20t minus 150 equals 0. Okay, so we've got a quadratic there. I don't know if I'll be able to factor that. I don't think I will. So I'll just scroll down a bit here. And so the quadratic, I want to solve for t, so I'll put it into the quadratic formula. Oops. 4 times 1 times negative 150, and that's all over 2a, and we'll take the square root of that. So then, after a couple steps of simplifying, I get 20 plus or minus the square root of 1000 all over 2. So then t equals, again, after cutting a couple shortcuts, 25.81 minutes, or t equals negative 5.81 minutes. So obviously you can't go back in time, so we can't use this one. So we say that t equals 25.81. So therefore, Jessica takes 25.81 minutes to fill a case, and Melissa, because she works at t plus 10, she takes 35.81 minutes to fill a case. Okay, now just to check that, just to make sure, we know that Jessica, we use 1 over t for that. So that's 1 over 25.81, and so that gives us 0.039 cases filled per minute, and Melissa was 1 over t plus 10, which is 1 over 35.81, and simplifying that, we get 0.028 cases per minute. And as you can see, Jessica works faster, therefore she's got more cases filled per minute than Melissa did. And then together, we can just group this all together. Together they work, and we've got 0.039 plus 0.028, which is 0.067 cases per minute, or in 1 minute. And then if we multiply by the 15 minutes, that it takes them to work together, we see that that gives us 1.005 cases in 15 minutes. So there might be a little bit of rounding issue there, but in general, that's what we're looking for, that they filled one case in 15 minutes together. Okay, so that would be the full solution. Hopefully you at least got 25.81 and negative 5.81 minutes, and then you can draw your conclusions from there. Alright, so that is about it. Maybe try a couple of these questions at home tonight, and then you can come into class to finish off the rest of them in class. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in class.